Let's talk about the journey of the soul. The soul starts from state number 1, or state A, which we call unconscious unity. It's essentially the beginning of creation. It's the state where the creator just has this idea. We're speaking in human terms. It sounds like funny. Oh, I'm a writer. I have an idea for a great script, ideas for some characters. I'm gonna just entertain it in my mind. It's like that, but happening on a much higher level. This is infinite potential. Everything is united with everything. It's all one. The creator is one. Nothing is separate. It's all oneness. But the creator has this idea, if I want to give everything I have, all this goodness to something, I need to create something that can receive it. And it's got to be independent. It's got to be able to receive all that willingly, consciously. That's what the creator is thinking about. For the creator, state number 1, state number 3, same state. For us, with our limited capacity to see and feel, we talk about changes in space, time, and motion. In the creator's intention, I need to create something. I create this idea, this vessel that can receive. This vessel, through a certain process, ended up losing its capacity to receive the light. And we call it in Kabbalah the shattering. It shattered. So it fell, you could say. Why? Because this is the higher state, the creative place, the place where we came from, the origin, and it influences everything. So it's more important. It's above me because it influences me, because it birthed me. That's why it's above. It's not up physically up in the sky. And you don't fall from some building. You fall from the concept or from the sensation of unity with this creator, all the way down to this world where we have all these uncorrected desires living, experiencing this life that we call our world. This process of falling down the degrees, 125 degrees, 5 worlds, the perception of unity continues to shatter more and more and more and more until we end up in our current state. We end up in this world. It's a world where each desire or each collection of desires is clothed in this experience that we call the body. And we exist individually. At least that's my perception, that I'm alone and I'm separate from you and from her. And somehow we interact, but not really. And it's simply my perception that's broken, that's shattered. The perception of oneness with everything and with the creator, that's what shattered. And so I walk around unable to feel the quality of the creator in a state of, as Kabbalists call it, uncorrected desires. Why uncorrected? Because if they were corrected, if they had the right intention, I could feel the creator, this force of life, this infinite potential of love and goodness and everything you can just imagine. But I don't feel it. I feel the opposite of that. Everything is temporary and painful. And even if you live a good life, there's a birth and a death and a lot of moments of pain in the middle. It's not an ideal existence by far. We could say that we learn to embrace it, and we came up with a lot of great ideas on how to make peace with the birth and death and all that. But as Kabbalists say, it's better to not be born. It's the headache, it's paperwork. But if you're born, you might as well engage in the correction of your desires, meaning in becoming similar to the creator, similar to the desire of the creator. This is the state that we exist in right now, this uncorrected desires. And this is the experience of the material world that we know of, that we speak of. That shattered state has produced an experience of a material world with evolution of desires and everything that goes along with it. And we are somewhere here, and we're about to start consciously climbing back up, which means consciously correcting our desires, correcting the intention of our desires to gradually become more and more like the creator. The creator is oneness, it's love, it's bestowal. And we, those little egoists, need to also come together, unite, and like little kids, play nicely in kindergarten. That's what it's all about. If we could get along, if we could somehow rise above our egoistic, selfish, exploitative mindset or feelings, the world would look totally different. And that's where we're headed. But this process takes some work. We're moving from the starting point, which is unconscious unity, to this broken state of this world, uncorrected desires, back to conscious unity, which is the same. From the creator's point of view, nothing changed. The creator is always there. We go back to this state of oneness, but consciously.